Welcome, YouTube family. My name is Bobby Booley Williams, and my co-host is Mr. Eddie Webb of the Phyllis Wheatley of 1959. Eddie, and we are live right here at the 1700 block of Griggs. All right, Eddie, this is the original home of E.O. Smith. When you went to E.O. Smith, it had to be somewhere between, because you finished Wheatley in 59, so therefore you must have been somewhere around 56 to 57.
I finished E.O. Smith in 56.
Okay, now when you finished E.O. Smith, Cashmere wasn't even born.
It was just coming in.
Okay, they hadn't opened the school yet.
No, they opened it in 57.
Right, so everybody from E.O. Smith in your class had an option to go to either E.O. Smith or Cashmere. I mean, either Wheatley
or Cashmere.
Okay, and that was the class of E.O. Smith to win?
56.
Okay, because before then, everybody had to go to Wheatley.
Everybody on the north side came to Wheatley.
Okay, and everybody
came to E.O. Smith and Wheatley.
Okay, so give us an idea of E.O. Smith during the 3 years you was there at E.O. Smith.
E.O. Smith was a very popular school. You know, like you say, we were the only black middle school at the time. They called it junior high. And everybody else was junior and senior, so it gave us a chance to group together as a united three people. Before we go to high school, we got a chance to come really close together. And that made it better because we wasn't stuck at one school for 6 years. Okay, now, as we go and talk about E.O. Smith, by the way, we at this historical area where the original Wheatley started out over here in the 3800 block of Lyons Avenue, and the entrance came in on Griggs Street. Yeah. When E.O. Smith took over. Yes. Yeah, and we at the entrance of where E.O. Smith came in, which is at the corner of New Orleans and Griggs. That's it. And I'm talking to Mr. Eddie Webb, who finished, is my co-host. He finished from E.O. Smith in 1956, you said, Eddie? 56. And then he finished from Phyllis Wheatley in 1959. Now, the elementary school, because I did a thing on the black elementary schools that had been closed up in 3rd Ward. And now we can, you know, since now all the elementary schools that used to feed into Wheatley, now since E.O. Smith is closed, now they don't have a feeder school that can feed into Wheatley now. No more. Okay, and this is why we go in here. And as you can see, they tore it down. And as you can see in the background, they're building up. And as you can see, they got it fenced off, which we can understand that. But now, why they got it where they don't want you to see what they're doing, you know, now that's letting you know something must be wrong. Why would HISD, and you pay your tax money, you can't come over here and see what they doing? Why they working? But, you know, it is what it is, but evidently this is what's going on in the 1700 block of Griggs. Well, once E.O. Smith used to be, now they finna build another new school, but it's not gonna be a middle school that's gonna be able to feed into Wheatley. No. So eventually, Wheatley look like they're trying to kill Wheatley the same way they're trying to do Yates. Well, they're killing Wheatley this way. They're really killing it. Because we do not have a feeder school in this area now. Okay. And that's what we're really concerned about. And that's the reason why we're here at this historical area out here in 5th Ward, along with Mr. Eddie Webb, who finished over here at E.O. Smith. And this right now is about, Eddie, I think E.O. Smith, because E.O. Smith is one of those schools that never really got the recognition like Wheatley. No, it didn't. And everything, and you and I know, everything that went through Wheatley came through E.O. Smith first. Had to come through E.O. Smith. And a lot of things that went through Cashmere had to come through E.O. Smith first. That's right. So that's why we're here trying to do this documentation of E.O. Smith, and especially with E.O. Smith not being here no more. They tore it down. And they plan on building some kind of prep school or whatever they decide to do. But it's not a junior high school that's going to be able to help Wheatley. No, it would be. That's what we're talking about. What is this area right here in the 1700 block of Griggs, 3800 block of Lyons Avenue? What is it doing for Phyllis Wheatley now? We knew back in segregation how much this area meant to Wheatley. Now they have demolished this area.
We have nothing to feed Wheatley on this side. Not a thing.
So therefore, if you can't get fed, eventually you die.
Amen.
Is that right, Eddie?
That's right. You're absolutely right.
We enjoy this segment, Eddie, and I'm gonna just give you a little opportunity because there's so much, and we want to also send a shout out for all the people on Facebook, including the group called Remembering Fifth Ward. Remember the Nickel. That's the name of the group on Facebook. We want to thank y'all, and we want to make sure that you young people get all the information about Fifth Ward that was available to us. And Eddie finished Wheatley in '59, so he's older than me. He's teaching me a lot of things because I come from the South Side. So, and we didn't know a lot about E.O. Smith and Wheatley no more than they had good football teams and great basketball teams. And kind of give me just a little bit about the little time that you had at E.O. Smith before we start going around remembering Fifth Ward.
Well, E.O. Smith was coming where you got a chance to meet all these people from other parts of the city. You first met them at E.O. Smith, because from every elementary school start feeding into E.O. Smith. And that made you meet people in the way on the side. Used to call it Bloody Fifth.
Okay. Well, and then we're gonna go through the Bloody Fifth. And then you had opportunity to meet people from Cashmere Garden, Trinity Garden, City Gas,
everywhere,
Pleasantville, Galena Park, Clinton Park.
Everywhere you wanted to.
Everywhere on the north side had to come through E.O. Smith.
Yes. You got a chance, and that's where you made your relationship with people. That carried on to that Wheatley thing.
Right.
You started right here at E.O. Smith.
And then it even bonded. You know, looked like when they put up Cashmere in '57, it even bonded Wheatley in with Cashmere because most of y'all went to E.O. Smith together.
Well, a lot of us.
Yeah, and
up
so
until '56, everybody was going to Wheatley together.
Right.
After that, that's when they start zoning people.
Well, see, yeah, right. So, thank you, Eddie. And one other little thing. You said y'all got along good. Wasn't no fighting, wasn't no shooting, wasn't no cutting up each other.
No,
wasn't no gangs.
Just a loving family.
And here's the part, this is the reason why we're doing so much about E.O. Smith. Facebook family and YouTube family, because E.O. Smith used to have all these great talent shows. And this is where you were discovered, because Eddie, I feel good, YouTube family. This guy, he is like Reverend Pastor Kirby John told him. He's a legend. Eddie, you and all the guys as the Masters of Soul. People remember the Masters of Soul. I got Mr. Eddie Webb, and he finished Phyllis Wheatley in 1959, and at 1958 football season was his last season of football there. And what you might call a high school diploma presentation and a present that they gave you, the guys who was on that '58 team. They gave you a heck of a getaway present.
That's the best football team that has ever been associated with Wheatley.
And just
I think.
Okay. Oh yeah. The numbers already showed it. You know, when your defense only give up 16 points and your offense score you 326 points, the numbers speak for itself.
All right.
Now, most of these guys, like you said, Eddie, everybody came through E.O. Smith. They went direct from E.O. Smith to Wheatley.
Yes.
Especially during the '58 season.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this guy Clarence Steele, is he from Fifth Ward?
No, by the Hest House, right around the corner from the Hest House.
Okay. How about Raymond Hall?
Raymond Hall is off of Lorraine in Fifth Ward.
Okay. How about Ron Frazier?
Ronald Frazier is from Pleasantville.
Okay. Then how about this guy, Winston Reed?
Winston Reed is from Fifth Ward.
All right. How about Elliot Randall?
From Fifth Ward.
Okay. How about this guy, Johnson Brock?
Johnson Brock from Pleasantville.
All right. Wesley Frazier.
Wesley Frazier from Pleasantville.
All right. And how about Alfred Pickens?
Alfred Pickens from Kelly Courts.
All right. How about George McNeil?
George McNeil was 5th Ward.
All right. How about is that how you spell Lemuel Cox?
Lemuel Cox.
Lemuel Cox.
From Hardy Street.
Okay. And how about James Taylor?
James Taylor from Hardy Street.
Okay. And how about B.W. Cheeks?
B.W. Cheeks, 5th Ward.
Okay. How about this guy Frank Brown?
Frank Brown, 5th Ward.
All right. How about Edwin Bay?
Edwin Bay, 5th Ward.
Charles Cheeks?
Charles Cheeks, 5th Ward.
Okay. Green Newman?
Over about a hairstyle, 5th Ward though.
All right. Lyndon Ashley?
Lyndon Ashley is over there right there by Wheatley.
5th Ward.
On the feeder, he's 5th Ward.
Okay. Johnson Bedford?
Bedford was from 5th Ward.
All right. Charles Taylor?
Charles Taylor from 5th Ward.
All right. And then we go down here to Sidney Williams.
Sidney Williams come out of Pearl Harbor in 5th Ward.
All right. And then we're going down here to Roland Goodlow.
Clinton Park.
All right. Leo Mannion.
Leo Mannion, 5th Ward.
Okay. J.L. McCarter.
Gerald McCarter.
Mm-hmm.
Quitman Street boy, 5th Ward.
All right. Leroy Williams.
5th Ward.
Ray High.
5th Ward.
And Solomon McLeod.
Solomon Ledoux.
Okay.
Okay, 5th Ward.
Okay. Paul McLean.
Come from Pearl Harbor, 5th Ward.
Right. John Johnson.
Kelly Coates, 5th Ward.
Okay. And the last but least, Woodrow Lee.
Woodrow Lee come out of Pearl Harbor in 5th Ward.
All right. Now, that is the whole roster of the Phyllis Wheatley 1958. And we want to make sure that these guys get their recognition. That's why I'm so grateful to have Mr. Eddie Webb, because he knew all of those guys, as you see, where they came from, 5th Ward, Pleasantville, Clinton Park. And we want to thank you so much, Mr. Eddie Webb, for being our co-host and being with us on this segment we're going to put on YouTube called Remembering the 5th Ward, better known as the Nickel.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a walk around E.O. Smith and let y'all see how they fenced off everything. And I'm not going to be nosy and get in the HISD district and put no camera over there. So we're going to let that alone. But we will show you that they got it fenced off. And if they wanted you to know what they was doing, they wouldn't be hiding. So I'm going to let it like it is. Thank you. That's how y'all used to enter the E.O. Smith in 1956 when you started from here. What elementary school did you go to now?
Crawford.
Okay, so you came from Crawford to E.O. Smith?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and we walking around.
Okay. Right in here was the entrance into the school.
Okay, right here?
Yeah, was the entrance into the school.
Okay, okay. And now as we continue to, as you can see, they got it fenced off, but you know, we can still zoom over there anyway. But this is what they're doing. They're building on the school. All right. And this is where they're coming at. Come on.
Yeah. All this was office building from this end to this end.
What's the office?
Yeah, and the auditorium was right behind the office building.
Okay. All right. And we walking right along.
This was classrooms on this end down here.
Okay. Right now, we on the corner of Briggs and Lyons Avenue, where E.O. Smith once was. Houston School District got it now. Say we are building for the future, and thank you for your support. But they never told you what the future was about. So Eddie, where we was back in the day in 1956 at E.O. Smith when you were going to school right here on the corner of Lyons and Briggs, what was really going on in 1956, Eddie?
It was a great thing in 56 for Wheatley, because everything that projected to go to Wheatley came from E.O. Smith. So we all used to just group up around here and have fun, because we know it was a bigger mission for us to get to Wheatley.
Okay, thanks. Before they built Cashmere Garden, look at some of the, Eddie, name out some of these guys. All these are musicians who went to Wheatley.
Joe Sample.
Let's start home. Let's go. Let's don't rush through these people.
Okay.
This is who, Mr. Joe Sample?
From the Crusaders.
Okay, from the Jazz Crusaders, right?
Okay, that's
okay.
it.
And come on down the road.
This is Willie Mae Thornton.
Big Mama Thornton?
The Hound Dog.
Oh, no. No, they didn't.